Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the Out of Bounds Sports Talk Podcast. It is Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021, and we are back with another episode. Have a lot of shit to cover. Once again, of course, because what's going on this time of year is definitely going to be NBA heavy, but we do have some other topics we're definitely going to touch on as well. As always, I am Raph. I have Rick here in the building with me. And what do you have to say, man? Say what's up to the people.
Not much, man. Fun fact real quick before we get the show started.
Okay.
Since the Spider Tack, debacle in Major League Baseball has come to light, hitting the batting average is up like 10%, they said.
It makes fucking sense.
Yeah, so it wasn't just two pitchers doing that shit. It was definitely multiple people around the league. Obviously, they checked Jacob deGrom the other day.
Oh, yeah. Well,
with the season he's having, it must be something, but he's just that fucking good, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, jumping right into the show, we are going to touch on Ben Simmons, who last week I said was a disgrace.
You did. You popped off on him early.
Yeah, and it was rightfully so. And this week, it's like he's more of a fucking embarrassment, bro. Like, I don't... like,
yeah, I think his stats are worse than the previous week, right?
I don't know how they could be, but you might be right. It's just fucking... Let me see. Oh, this is game 1. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm on game 7 right here.
Okay. What is the stat line for the amazing Ben Simmons?
Yeah, so... touching on the former number 1 overall pick in Ben Simmons in Game 7 on his home court, where, and they were the number 1 seed for the entire year. Ben Simmons produced 5 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds. Of course, he did not attempt the 3-point shot, and overall, he attempted 4 shots.
Yeah, again.
4 shots.
So back-to-back elimination games, you lose close games, and you only took 4 shots. If you only made 2 shots and you shot 20 shots, I would be okay with that. I'd be like, oh, he had a terrible game. He's a choke artist. I'd be all that shit. But at least you tried. Like with 4 shots per fucking game in the elimination games, especially after early in the series, he had pretty good fucking numbers.
Yeah, I'm looking at Game 6, which they actually won down in Atlanta to force to Game 7. Ben Simmons, 6 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, and he took 6 shots.
Yeah, Game 1, he had 17 and 10 assists on 7 for 7 shooting. Let's see, Game 2.
They did lose that one, though, right?
No, they won Game 1. No, they lost Game 1, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was looking at Game 2 now. 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting.
That's Game 2?
What do you do? Shoot the fucking ball, bro. It's basketball.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm looking at Game 3. He had a better game, 18 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and he was 7 of 11 field goals.
Okay. Well, I got Game 4 up. We might as well keep going. 11 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Solid game, even though they lost. But only 11 points is terrible. Like, what the...
yeah, man.
Frustrating, bro.
Go to Game 5. Another terrible game. 8 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 4.
He loves the 2 of 4 shit. He loves to go 2 for 4. That's like the 4th time in the series.
Yeah, man.
2 for fucking 4. That's so crazy. What do you think with Ben Simmons moving forward? Is Philly getting rid of him?
I feel like for this team to reach where it needs to go, I feel like they have to. How do you have one of your top options supposedly not shoot the fucking ball? Like, it's insane. If anything, the issue has always been guys shooting too much.
Yeah.
At times. There's never a guy where you're like, yo, you need to fucking shoot. It's like people speeding. You know, people usually speed. They usually don't fucking drive 20 miles per hour on the parkway.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
those are like those rare cases. And Ben Simmons is that rare asshole in the left lane going 30 miles per hour because he's too fucking afraid. I don't get it. Ben Simmons, he was basically put out there as the next one. He was taken number one overall. But what he's become, it's ridiculous. It feels like he gets worse every year.
Yep.
I just don't understand why he keeps regressing. I know Stephen A. Smith came out, said he got a text from someone close to the situation with Ben Simmons and said that he's babied a lot because his family's always around. He doesn't listen, and he barely puts any work in. And I would have to agree with it. I don't know Ben Simmons. I'm not around the situation. But when you see how he's regressed with his shot, there's no way this guy's fucking in the gym putting up 200, 300 shots a night. Because how do you get that much worse if you're practicing?
Well, I know what he does practice is fucking Warzone because he plays that a lot. So that's the only thing fucking he's shooting in is the video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand it either. I know Doc Rivers came out and said, he got some work to do next year. I liked Ben Simmons' answers as far as, yes, I let my team down. I do have some work to do. So he knows there's an issue, but are you going to fucking tackle the issue? Are you going to reach your true potential? Because this is a guy that, if he put his, mind to it, I really do feel like he could average, 25, 9, and 9.
Yeah, I think he could.
So, fucking do that. Who doesn't want to do that? Who in the NBA has that much potential and is just like, I'm cool with not shooting the ball at all?
Yeah,
I don't even know if the guy's really left-handed, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, that was another thing I saw, that he might switch his shooting hand to right-handed. Yeah, I don't know, but, more and more it's just looking like Ben Simmons is a fucking failure.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it, man. How are you drafted number one overall and you can't fucking shoot at all? Not even a lick, not even close. It is insane to me. And the guy's athletic. He can play defense. He's fucking tall. He has all the attributes that should be making him successful, but every fucking year, you even saw Tobias Harris stepped his game up.
Yeah.
He realized he didn't play well last year. He came out and he fucking was balling this year. But Ben Simmons, man, it just looks like it keeps getting worse and worse. And at some point, he was drafted 2016. I know his rookie year was basically a wash. He was hurt.
Yeah, I think he tore something, but he was out for the season.
So you got to look at it. He's basically played 4 years in the league, and not a lot of significant improvement. Ben Simmons is going to have to do something this offseason, man. Stay off the fucking PS5.
Yeah.
And, bro, this is what pays you, not the fucking PlayStation. And you got to – this is a potential championship team. If he did his job, this team will be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And everything happened the way you wanted to. Because the Nets next year, if they stay healthy, they're only going to get better. They're only going to get stronger. It's only going to get harder to come out of the East.
Yeah. Steve Nash has experience now.
This was your fucking year. It would have been you guys versus the Bucks, which would have been a good series. And they beat the Bucks a couple times this year in the regular season.
Yeah, for sure.
There was one game where they shut Giannis down. So, and you got multiple people that could guard Giannis. Honestly, I mean, Ben Simmons, you were a Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Yeah.
You're just as lengthy as him. You guys are the same height almost.
Embiid.
Yeah, you got Embiid to put on him. Even Tobias Harris got length to him.
Yeah, and off the bench, you got Dwight Howard, who kind of control him down low in the post.
Yeah, you got lane cloggers where Giannis likes to drive and get to the basket. That's where he's best at. But you have the team and the coach to put a game plan together and contain him, at least.
Yeah, word. I just don't get it. But Ben Simmons is going to have to do a whole lot of new shit to change his overall his game, because he just hasn't adapted well. And, bro, basketball is meant to be shot.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's how you win the games.
Yeah, I don't know what he thinks that, if you hold on to the basketball, the time will just run out and you win. I don't know.
No, but it's 24 shot clock violation. I get a point for that, right? Like at least one? No, motherfucker, shoot the fucking ball. And yeah, it's the talking is done. Stop talking about you know what you got to do. You said the right answers. Now let's see if you take the right course of action.
Yeah, man. And I did want to bring this up. This wasn't on the list. I actually forgot about it till now. But you mentioned Doc Rivers. I don't know if you saw that whole Josh Smith thing.
No.
Where he's coming after Doc Rivers. He posted on his Instagram stories. This is a quote. He said, "Yeah, Doc Rivers, you talked all that shit about Paul George and how Tyronn Lue was going to have the same offense. Shut your bum ass up, man. You know in-game adjustments have an ass, man. Start giving guys their real credit, man. That's why your bitch ass has that karma on your ass and you can't get past the second round." So Josh Smith definitely feels some way about Doc Rivers.
Yeah, this is from way back because this is not just like you did a bad job coaching in the series. They got bad blood somewhere.
Yeah, and I don't think Doc Rivers did a terrible job. Of course they lost, so anytime a coach loses, you could just pin that on him. He could have done a better job. But at the same time, Doc Rivers took this team, who was already a good playoff team, and made them to the number 1 seed, which they weren't. So I definitely give credit to Doc Rivers. He's been there, done that, has had a lot of success in Boston, L.A., and his first year in Philly. So that's some personal shit with Josh Smith. I know he played under him. So it's probably something from then.
That's
maybe he got benched or some shit.
1,000%, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Something happened where, they bumped heads or, like you said, he didn't get the playing time he thought he was going to get, and that's where the hatred comes from.
Yeah, word. I'm looking right now. He was on the he was on the Clippers. 15 to 16.
Okay.
So that's where it probably stems from.
Where he averaged 5.7 points a game. So.
But yeah, man, moving on. We had an exciting game last night. It was the second game of the Western Conference Finals between the Clippers and the Suns. It looked like the Clippers was going to take this one at the end, but Paul George was on the free throw line and missed 2 crucial free throws that would have put the Clippers up by 3 with only a few seconds left. And, you probably saw the play. Jay Crowder throws in the inbound pass right above the rim to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton flushes it down. And the Clippers only had, a fraction of a second left. They ended up losing the game. Now, before, we shit on Paul George, he did hit some clutch shots towards the end.
He took the lead with seconds left, too.
Yeah, he took the lead. And, he was playing good at the end. But those pressure situations, especially when you don't have your sidekick in Kawhi Leonard.
You're Batman. You're Robin. Right? You're Robin. You're the sidekick, motherfucker.
You're the one in the little car next to the Batmobile.
Don't touch that button, little motherfucker.
But yeah, man, Paul George fucked up with the missed free throws, which that was a huge game. They would have stole one in Phoenix before CP3 comes back. I know he's due to come back game 3 now. But now the Clippers go back to LA down 0-2. I'm not going to completely write off the Clippers because the previous 2 series, they were just down 0-2.
Yeah.
Both series, and they ended up winning against the Mavericks and the Jazz. Yeah. So they find themselves in the same situation. Is this going to be the one that's a little too much to dig out of? Who knows? But they definitely need Kawhi back. And Paul George, man, you just need to... you need to be clutch.
You had a shitty game, bro. Overall, he had a bad game. He went 10 for 23, 1 for 8 from three-pointers.
Oh, yeah, he did terrible.
So, yeah, it was an overall terrible game, and then the free throws just finished the terrible night off. I'm writing them off. They're done. When CP comes back, even if Kawhi does come back this series, I don't think he's going to be healthy enough to make a huge difference. And we all know Kawhi with the injuries. It's like this motherfucker sat out all year in San Antonio because he hurt his hamstring last year. So, like, I don't see him rushing back to the series. So I just want to say I was wrong about the Suns. I was right about the Jazz. The Jazz were fake. The Suns, though, DeAndre Ayton fucking stepped up.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually playing
balling.
like the draft pick that they drafted him with.
Yeah, 24 points, 14 boards.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want from the number 1 overall pick.
Exactly, and he wasn't doing that really the past seasons. I didn't even think he was balling like that this season until I started watching him, and he definitely stepped up his game. Now, how do you feel about the last play? Do they need to change the rule of if it's over the basket, it should be offensive interference, or should they just keep it the way it is on the inbound? Because right now, on the inbound, it's not offensive interference. You can't call it because it was right over the rim yesterday.
Yeah.
That shit might have went in if he never touched it.
Yeah, word. And that, of course, wouldn't have counted.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I like it. It gives the team an ability to get a quality shot with minimal time. Because if that wasn't the case and you couldn't do that, then the game would have just fucking been over.
Yeah.
You would have been like, all right, this game's basically over. And the anticipation and that whole excitement at the end would have never fucking happened. So I definitely like the rule. Hey, just fucking box out. Box out. Just, keep whichever big man can catch an alley-oop down low. Keep him out of the paint and try your hardest to do that. Zubac obviously did what he could, but, it's hard. DeAndre Ayton's more athletic. He's behind him. Zubac is, like, crouched over. So it is a tough task to try to stop it. But shout out to Jay Crowder. He fucking delivered a dime.
Yes.
Like you said, that shit could have went in.
Yeah. And he is not known for his passing ability.
Yeah.
At all. So definitely shout out to Crowder, who actually also had a pretty shitty game. I think he was like 0 for 3 with 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds.
But he always brings the defensive side of the ball anyway.
Mm-hmm. But shout out to Payne.
Yeah, Cameron Payne was balling last night, and they needed that because Booker was having a slow night.
Yeah. And Booker had the fucking busted nose.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverley's hard-ass head. It looks like it fucking broke it.
Did you see Patrick Beverley, like, smack Paul George in the
head? When he was doing the high five, he just
like,
mushed his
head.
What
the fuck is that, bro? Like, why are you so annoying, dude? Even that, like, you trying to high five a teammate, you're just like,
mad
what are you
extra,
doing?
Mad extra.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, all right, so he didn't have his hand up. Just, get his attention and high five him. Yeah, you don't got to slap him in his fucking head.
Paul George was arguing with the ref like every fucking player does every time the ball is stopped.
Yeah, and this guy catches a fucking blindside hit. That shit was funny, but the Suns are tough. They're getting Chris Paul back.
Yeah,
and I feel like when we were talking about the offensive interference, I feel like that I got to look back, but I feel like that was like a Wilt Chamberlain thing also. I could picture Wilt Chamberlain like just stealing the shots that were going in and just dunking it like my points.
Yeah, word.
Teammates mad as hell at him. Refs like, yeah, come on, let the guy shoot.
Yeah, for real. That definitely could have been a Wilt thing.
I know 3 seconds in the paint was him. Because he would just sit down there, give me the ball, turn around and fucking score on you because
he's the biggest fucking guy.
Yeah. But, so I think with Chris Paul coming back, the series is over. You think they still have a chance? They definitely need Kawhi back. With Kawhi, maybe they have a chance. Me personally, I think without Kawhi, without CP3, they dug themselves into a hole and they just looked outmatched. Now with CP3 back on the court, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it definitely is. But moving on, we're gonna touch on Team USA basketball. The roster has been set, and this is who's in. Let me know if you think they're going to win gold or if this is going to be a repeat of the 2004 Olympics when they won, what was it, bronze or some shit?
Yeah, first of all, I feel like they should always win gold.
Yeah, because these are like fucking the best of the best, and it's not just like Americans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Well, here goes the list. We have Kevin Durant, Dame Lillard, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal.
Right there.
Yeah, that's
it.
1,000 points a game.
Nobody should beat that team. That five right there. There's not one team in the world that should beat that team.
Then you have Chris Middleton, Zach LaVine, Bam Adebayo, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Kevin Love, which I didn't get.
I was waiting for you to say Kevin Love because what are you doing? You just want to travel at this point. Like you're not getting no playing time.
Yeah.
He's going to be like Larry Bird, like on the Dream Team.
Yeah, with the broke-ass back.
Yeah, when you see the clip when they're like playing 5-on-5 in the gym and he's just laying down in the corner somewhere, just egging it on and instigating it.
And then the last guy is Jeremy Grant. James Harden was supposed to be a part of it, but he pulled out because of his hamstring.
Smart.
But you look at that, some of the big-name guys who are not going. And LeBron, of course, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell, and Chris Paul. And, you know, the list goes on and on. I would think maybe Zion would have been a part of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
But obviously he's not. Do you like this roster? You feel like this should get the job done, or you feel like it's lacking something?
I definitely think it should get the job done. I think the only real thing it's lacking is, like you said, the big names.
Yeah.
People want to see the James Hardens, the Kyries, the LeBrons, the ADs. But all four of them are also coming back from injury, too. So
yeah,
I don't blame none of them for not participating. Take the summer off, get healthy. Especially LeBron and AD. He's trying to make a run for a couple more championships because he's on his way out. I mean, let's be honest. He's 37. He'll be 37 this year.
Yeah,
So I understand he's a freak athlete, but honestly, like, how much longer can you go? Especially at the level.
No, man. LeBron might be the new Tom Brady.
I fucking hope not. If LeBron plays until he's 44 years old and is still averaging like 25 a game, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so fucking mad. 27 years in the league.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine?
He'll have every fucking record.
Every record. He's already going to have every record.
Yeah.
He's going to put up numbers that are unbeatable if he plays that. If he plays till he's 44, 7 more fucking years.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. But, man, yeah, I like the team. I think, I thought it was missing one of the big guys like a Giannis or Embiid.
Giannis, that's who I didn't think of.
Giannis is not on there. But, they do have two gritty defensive guys for center in Draymond Green and Bam Adebayo. Of course, they don't have the same scoring ability as a Giannis or Embiid. But I feel like those two guys, you're in good hands. They know how to get down and dirty, get rebounds, and clean up some shots. So I feel really good about the team. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if the Olympics even happen, because they were talking about, it's gonna be such a fucking struggle. I know some shit's going on in Japan, with like they're on lockdown or something now.
Well, I know India definitely wasn't going.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But moving on, we're going to touch on the new series, the Eastern Conference Finals, that actually pops off tonight. It's going to be between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks. How do you feel about this? Who do you think comes out on top? And what do you think needs to happen for whatever team you choose?
I think Trae Young's run has come to an end.
Okay.
I'm going Bucks in 5. I think they're just way better team than the Hawks. I don't think the Hawks should have got past the Sixers if the Sixers would have fucking actually played basketball.
If Ben Simmons knew what his occupation fucking was.
Yeah, and even Tobias Harris had them few shitty games where it was like, what are you doing out here? What are you guys doing? You guys are, especially Tobias Harris got a crazy-ass contract.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So
You'd think he'd be like Kevin Durant or something.
Yeah, he should be averaging 30, and it's okay. You have 4 also. You and fucking Ben Simmons didn't combine for double digits in the
put
one
it up
game.
them J. Cole numbers.
Yeah, for real, bro. Just hella turnovers, and so yeah, I think the Hawks are done. I think the Bucks have a really good shot at winning the championship this year.
Yeah, man, and I forgot what year it was, but this is out of the 4 teams remaining, none of them have won since the NBA-ABA merger. So I think the last team to win was maybe the Bucks.
Okay.
I think so, like in the 60s or some shit like that.
Well, I was gonna say, like, look at these fucking teams that are in like the Final Four of the NBA. They're all jokes of franchises. So somebody is gonna fucking go home and be like heroes of their city, because the Suns. When was the last time the Suns were fucking won a championship?
Or relevant. That's back when Steve Nash and Amari.
Yeah, and they didn't even come close to winning the championship. I think the last finals team was Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley and KJ.
Yeah, the Clippers.
Yeah, never. This is their first Western Conference Finals.
There you go. All right. The fucking Bucks and the Hawks, like, there's just 4 terrible franchises. Somebody is gonna be like in the history books for fucking winning a championship after 45-year drought. So
yeah, man, it's crazy, and I love it because the NBA is usually the same fucking teams.
Yes.
Usually the Lakers, usually the fucking recently the
or it's more players than teams. It's KD, Steph, or LeBron. It's like, get the fuck out of here. All 3 of you, goodbye.
Yeah, word, you ain't fucking lying. But yeah, man, it's definitely exciting that we're gonna get a new team. And I'm looking right now. So the Final Four teams, of course, the Suns never won, the Clippers never won. And the Hawks never even won as the Hawks in Atlanta. Last time they won was 1958.
My goodness.
And that was when they were the St. Louis Hawks.
Bro, my mom was 7.
Yeah, my dad was, 1? Yeah, he was born 57.
That's crazy.
And then the Bucks last time they won was 1971. So if you look at all of that, it's definitely going to be a special year for one of these teams. And like you said too, I think it's going to be in this series, I think the Bucks will advance. I feel like every time they've been pretty close, their opponent was just better, and I feel like this is the one time they're actually better.
Yeah.
They have the playoff experience over the Hawks, and they know this is the time. They fucking lost in the past to LeBron, last year against the Heat in the bubble. But this time they have a clear path to get to the chip. And if they don't do it, and the Hawks advance, I'm just going with Hawks to win it all because I feel like their momentum is just going to be crazy.
Yeah, if they get past the Bucks, it's going to be hard not to fucking think that they can beat the next team, who I think is not as good as the Bucks, whether it be the Clippers or the Suns.
Yeah, word.
So, we'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. Next up, we're going to touch on the Celtics hired a new head coach, and it is Ime Udoka. And here's another fucking guy from the Popovich pool. We touched a few episodes ago on how Popovich just pumps out head coaches. And here we go. Here's another one.
Yeah, here he goes. Brad Stevens, this is who he liked. Obviously, like you said, you get anybody from the Popovich tree, you feel like he's definitely going to know how to run a team and have success in the playoffs. He was recently just on the Brooklyn Nets. And we'll see what happens, man. I feel like there is going to be some shakeup with that team. They've already done it with the Kemba Walker trade.
Brad Stevens ain't playing.
Yeah, Brad Stevens, especially because he was just a coach and he couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Now his job is to assemble this team and get them to where they need to get to. So he knows his job is definitely going to be scrutinized a lot, especially after the whole rant of there being a lot of other qualified guys that could be GM. Instead, they basically fire Brad Stevens, then give him a better job, which makes no sense, and you never really see that. But Brad Stevens knows he needs to get this ship going in the right direction, and we'll see if Udoka's the guy. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He holds superstar players accountable. And, just overall, he knows how to run the team. But we'll see, man. You never know how a guy's going to perform until he's in that situation.
Yeah, and with Brad Stevens, the advantage that the Celtics have now is, like you said, he coached these guys last year. He knows what the fuck don't work. He knows the personalities in that locker room better than anybody else in the organization at this point. So, he's going to make the moves to, like you said, shake it up, get new players in there. got the new coach in place. So now it's just, the draft coming up. So we'll see what you got to do to. I don't even know who's in the draft this year, to be honest, player wise.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't been paying attention much. I saw that the Pistons got the number 1 overall pick. The Rockets the 2nd overall.
I think the Cavs got number 3.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4. I was just glad the Cavs didn't get number 1 because they got it like fucking 4 times.
Yeah, I know. And they fucking only hit on one of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll see what's going on with that. Now, moving forward, this is a topic that we definitely are happy about here. The NCAA has been told, basically, that they're going to have to fucking let student athletes get fucking paid for their image and likeness, which should have been happening the whole fucking time.
Yes.
Because they're bringing in the money. They're bringing in the millions of dollars of donations, and the players get, hey, we're going to give you a degree in a fucking subject that's not going to get you a job in case this basketball thing or football thing doesn't fucking work out.
Yeah, just go to communications.
Yeah.
Major in communications. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're here for your height.
Yeah, man. So, this is great news for all the college players. Sucks for all the college players who were not able to cash in and start their career off the right way. Like, I was just thinking, imagine if, like, Tim Tebow was able to sell shit.
Oh, my God.
Like, in Florida.
I was going to say, he is the only one that I think didn't get something on the side because he's such a fucking by-the-book guy. But we know that other college players get shit, whether it be fucking houses for, like, your parents or, there's perks. We know. Mm-hmm. We ain't stupid. We watch Blue Chips. We know damn well that that's based on a fucking true thing. But yeah, Tim Tebow didn't take nothing. Tim Tebow was like, Coach, I just want to play football and pray. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, word.
But definitely shout out to the NCAA for finally realizing we need to fucking give these guys more than a bullshit education.
Yeah, word. Especially now where having a degree like that, it's starting to become like a high school diploma. So many people have it. So many people who are supposed to be working in another field are fucking working at TJ Maxx. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So at least give these guys an opportunity. If, a lot of guys in college end up not being shit on the professional level. But guess what? They were able to make their money while they were in college, while they were a hot name. They got what they could, and it's going to set them up better in life, not the other way around where a guy's killing it in college, goes to the pros, and then he fucking, his life goes to shit. We've definitely seen that in the past. So, yeah, shout out to the court system for finally getting something right and allowing these kids to make some money because they deserve it. When you see the fucking billions of dollars that, goes through college sports, it's a travesty that these kids weren't even getting fucking $100 a week. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. And, for the school to sit there and fund every other department just about with, sports money, like you said, it's fucked up, bro. To give these kids something extra, allow them to take shit from, like, you go into a restaurant and somebody wants to give them free food, like, allow that shit. Who is that hurting?
Yeah.
The restaurant owner is telling them, like, yo, I'm a huge fan. Thank you for doing what you're doing here. Take this plate. It should be, okay, take the plate and fucking go eat. Instead of him becoming ineligible now because he took a free meal.
Yeah, a fucking grilled cheese fucking made him ineligible from making you millions of dollars. Exactly. What fucking sense does this make, man?
Yeah, and they just move on from them. They forget about the athlete. They don't give a fuck. I want to look into what they do for athletes that get injured and don't play football again.
Yeah, for sure. They probably just sweep them under the rug.
Of course. They're probably like, yo, we'll let you finish out your scholarship and then...
Yeah, this is why we told you to major in communications.
Yeah, so you can tell us what the problem is. Even though we ain't going to give a fuck.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, man, this is definitely an exciting time to be a college player. Shout out to them. Moving on to the last subject here that we got. We have the Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Carl Nassib has come out, said, hey guys, I'm fucking gay. deal with it. And then a bunch of people came out and was like, oh my God, you're so brave. You know, this is so great. This was really touching. And I just don't get what the big deal is anymore, guys. This is 2021.
That's it.
Fucking gay people are all over the country. This is not Mississippi 1945. Guys, we know gay people exist. If you're gay, good for fucking you. I don't know why everything has to be an announcement like somebody's accepting a Grammy. I don't get it. It's not a fucking big deal. Do whatever you want. And especially when you're a player in Las Vegas where like the craziest shit happens.
Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck.
That shit did not move anyone in Las Vegas. They're like, oh, you're gay? Great. We fucking have thousands of drag queens that work here every fucking day. Like, nothing's fucking crazy.
You can be one of them if you want. We'll set up a night, make some fucking money off of it.
Yeah, and I understand, like, a lot of people still aren't open to people being gay, and you're always going to have that because guess what? It's out of the norm. Yeah. People are always going to feel some type of way, you know, saying it's a sin or whatever.
Well, we still have racist people.
Yeah, exactly.
If they didn't get over that yet.
We still have grown people looking at someone else's skin and then being like, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, my kid can't play with you.
Why do you hang out in the sun so much? that makes me want to kill you.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And like you said, the people that hate you are not going anywhere. But yeah, it's everywhere. You know, Pride Month, all that shit. I just think it was hilarious, the video, when he was just like, hey guys, Carl Nassib here. I'm at my home in Westchester, and just wanted to let you guys know I'm gay. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what just happened?
That's what I'm saying. Like guys or just people in general keep doing this. Like, they need to announce it. Like, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah, nobody.
Like Ellen did that in the 90s,
bro.
and that was like so long ago.
Yeah.
And like they're still following this format. Like, all right, let me take this serious ass moment. Let me announce that I'm gay, and then a bunch of people are gonna shower me with compliments because I said I'm gay. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't fucking get it anymore. Like I said, no one fucking cares, guys. It's like if this was 1985. And I just bought a cell phone, I would probably announce it because, you know, back then was
you don't
like...
got this, motherfucker.
Yeah, I would have been like, yo, I got a cell phone. I would have sent out a fucking postcard. Like, yo, you could hit me anytime. I won't say that in 2021 because guess what? Everyone has a fucking cell phone. There's gay people everywhere. No one cares. It is what it is. You do what you like. I don't get the whole fucking thing every time. It's just like redundant at this point to me.
Yeah, and now he got the highest selling jersey in the NFL, and you know, whatever.
Like if he did it to sell jerseys, then I'm like, all right, you're smart.
Yeah. Because
obviously that worked. But overall, I'm just like, all right, guys, like we don't need this every time. Just do what you want. I'm not announcing fucking that I love women. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And now, I was going to say, this is going to be the new thing. Now athletes are going to be like, oh, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you feel about the game today? Oh, I like touching the other guy. I'm gay, by the way, if you guys didn't know. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, whatever, man. More power to you, Carl Nassib, but we'll see what happens. And then Michael Sam came out and shouted him out.
Where have you been?
Yeah, I don't know. But
his fucking career was short-lived.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So yeah, man, I think that is the show. Like we said, the Eastern Conference Finals does pop off tonight between the Bucks and Hawks. So we'll definitely talk about that next week. And like always, we always say, continue messing with us. Follow us on Spotify, iHeart, and iTunes. Check us out every single week, dropping a new episode. And check out the IG at Out of Bounds Podcast. And what you got to say, man?
Not much, man. Everybody just, stay safe out there. Continue doing what you guys are doing. And thank you for fucking with us.
Yes, sir. Until next week, we are out. Peace.